Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Forer from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for June 11th, 2019. Let's take a quick look at today's markets. We did see equities open higher. In fact, they gapped higher, but slowly but surely they gave up those gains and actually closed in the red today. The Dow was down just 14 points. The S&P 500 giving up 1 point, while the Nasdaq actually closed lower by less than 1 point. But again, gave up all its gains for the day, and the Russell 2000 was lower by 4.5 points. Now, I'm going to come back to these charts in just a second. I'll show you a slightly different chart layout that we use with our members and show you some bearish signs that are showing up on these charts. The bond market was fairly flat today, and the yield on the 10-year note finished at 2.142%. Crude oil was also flat today, while gold gaining $1.30 at the official close, that on a bit more weakness in the US dollar. Now, let's switch layouts and have another look at those index charts. If we have a look at the Dow, here it is, and this is what we call the cloud indicator, the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo cloud. We use it for trend, but more importantly, this also highlights areas of support and resistance. And right now you can see that as we've rallied about making up two-thirds of the losses during the month of May, you can see that we've run headfirst into overhead resistance. And if we take a closer look here, we have a classic reversal pattern in the form of a bearish engulfing pattern. So if we move below today's lows, we're likely to get a bit more of a pullback. So the question becomes, what happens from here? Well, I think the one thing to look at, first of all, is, do we actually trade below those lows to trigger more downside here? If we do, we come back to test the 20-period moving average here. And if we can hold, we have another shot at a rally and break above the cloud, move on to new highs. If we fail there, then we almost certainly retest the May lows or these recent lows in early June, and then possibly go even lower than that. If we look at the S&P 500, we have a similar situation here. Test at the cloud with a bearish engulfing pattern. You look at the Nasdaq market, we're in the middle of the cloud, but again, big reversal today. And the Russell is not only below the cloud here, but again, another bearish engulfing pattern. So I think we're likely to see some selling here in the very near future. And then from there, those tests of the 20-period moving average on the Dow and the S&P are going to be absolutely critical. That's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you on our next update.